Put your work down deep in my heart. Let it light up my path in the dark. Pull me back when I'm going too far. No more trusting in what I could do. I'm just trusting in all that you are. Reach the finish line, chasing the world. But you knew I was yours from the start.
Welcome to another episode of Jesus Uncensored. It's me, Emmanuel Warner. And here I am just ready to continue to do what the Lord has called me to do. It hasn't been an easy journey. This journey is not easy for me at all. I guess you can see that looking at my channel from my inconsistent videos. You know, you'll see me post a video here and there. And I think, honestly, on my channel, I've probably only posted like 2 videos. I've recorded way more. I'll start editing them and then I won't finish it, or, you know, just so many different things that I'm not doing. And I'm trying to get better with. And so this year I've figured out the method to the madness, I guess you could say, or I think I have at least. I figured out what I need to do to move my life forward in the areas that I want to move forward and to do what the Lord is calling me to do. And a big part of that is accountability. Before, there were things that the Lord had called me to do or that I knew that I should be doing in my life, and yet I wasn't doing them. I wasn't staying true to them. And the issue there for me was accountability. You know, everybody has their own things. Some people are just really disciplined people. You know, they just are able to say, hey, look, this is what I want to do. I'm going to find a way to do it, you know, and they do it and they figure it out. For me, I'm not the most disciplined person in the world. I'm really not. I want to become more disciplined. I want to grow in that. That's something that I have to build up, but I don't have it yet. And so something that the Lord has been putting on my heart a lot for a long time is accountability, right? Being accountable to other people so that you can accomplish the goals that you say you want to accomplish, so that I can accomplish, specifically for me, so I can accomplish the things that the Lord has called me to do. And so that's what I'm implementing now. That's what I'm going to start doing. That's what I've already started doing. And for me, it's kind of put a financial incentive behind it. It's not like, oh, I'm over here betting or anything, but I don't know, maybe some people see it as a bet. I didn't see it as a bet. I more so saw it as something to light a fire under my butt to get me to go and do what I got to do and to stay true to it, because now I have other people in on what I said I'm going to do. So anyways, you look at my channel and you see that I posted like 2 videos on there, and I've had the channel at least for a year now, if not more than that. And I've only posted 2 videos. And so this year I have a goal to post at least, what did I say? I think I said at least 1 video every month. Is that what I said? 2 videos. I'm tripping. 2 videos every month. So with that being said, that is, hold up, let me check now. I feel like I said, I forget if I said 1 or 2. Hold up, let me call my friend right quick, because I got her in on this, and she's like my accountability buddy on this. So I'm calling her real quick. She might be busy right now. Let me see if she, hold up. I'm finna put you on speaker. Can I put you on speaker real quick? Yeah. I'm recording a YouTube video.
Hello.
All right, bet. So I forgot what I told you. Did I say that I was going to post 1 or 2 videos a month for the rest of the year?
I think it's supposed to be 2, because you said 1 is just like what you're doing. You said 1 is just like what you're already doing, so 2 would be a challenge.
Yeah, something like that. I think I said 1 would just be like, it would be easier for me to do 1. Like 1 wouldn't really like challenge me too much, but 2, I'd have to like actually really consider what I'm doing to make that happen.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, bet. I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You want to say hi to the little YouTube channel real quick? You can say what's up.
What's up, YouTube? What it is? This is Deja Game. Ain't that how y'all do?
She said, ain't that how y'all do? I don't know about all that. All right. I'll catch you later, though. All right. I low-key feel like I just talked over her. But anyways, but yeah. So 2 videos a month. for the rest of the year. And it's not starting in January, obviously, because we're in February now. Today is February 16th. So 2 videos a month for the rest of the year. So that adds up to 22 videos by the end of the year. So basically, by the time I get done, my channel should have a minimum of 24 YouTube videos on it, because I already got 2 up. Then it'll be 2 every single month for the rest of the year. So that's 11 months. So that's what the plan is. And that's the accountability I have there with her. And the thing that's keeping me in check with that is if I don't post 2 every single month by the end of the year, I owe her $500. It's kind of crazy because I don't have that money to give. So it's like I either got to make sure these videos get recorded or I'm gonna have to cough up $500. So that's the accountability that I have there with that. And there's also, also with my fitness goals in terms of me gaining weight and everything. I've always said year after year, ever since I got out of high school, I'm like, I want to gain weight. 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 And I never do it. I'm getting hot. Hold up. Let me turn that heat off. Yeah, but like that's the goal I've always had, and I never do it. And so I went to one of my friends who's gotten really deep into fitness. Shout out to my boy Sadiq. He's gotten real deep into fitness. He's trying to, I think he's trying to become a fitness influencer. He may not say that, but I don't know. The videos he be posting, he be giving some good info. I'm like, he might be trying to be a fitness influencer. But yeah, my boy Sadiq, he's really heavy into that. And so spoke with him about what he thought was like a realistic goal, because I knew what I had in my head, what I wanted to do by the end of the year, but I also wanted to run it by somebody who's done it. And so I was like, okay, cool, let me check with him. So he basically told me, yeah, your goal is totally realistic. You can definitely do it. You're just going to have to really be thinking about what you're eating and making sure you count calories and looking at what you're taking in pretty much. And so I got accountability there with him. Same thing. Owe him $500 by the end of the year if I don't do it. And so that's $1,000 that I'll be out of if I don't pay or if I don't do what I say I'm going to do, right? So with him, I believe I said I'm want to gain, 30 pounds is what I said. So I was like, hey, I want to be 30 pounds heavier. So starting at, I'll say 150 because I want to get to 180. I say 150, but I was really like 148 something. I'm a light dude. I've always been like on the slimmer side. I'm 6 foot, but I've always just been slim. I'm a slim dude, skinny guy. I've never really weighed a whole bunch. I generally stay around like 150. The max I've ever been was like 155. And that just like fluctuates. And so I've always wanted to gain weight, always wanted to see how that would be for me if I gain more weight. Never had accountability with that. And so I say all that to say, it's been interesting with this journey with the Lord because I've been wanting, like I have a vision of how do I want to put this? I believe the Lord has always given me a vision of who he's called me to be, because I've always seen myself in this light of like, this is where I want to be, but I know I'm not there yet. And I've always been like, dang, why am I not here? Why am I not able to get to that point just yet? And the issue has always come down to discipline, right? It's like my disciplines are not there, so I'm not seeing the results I want to see out of my life. And so that's why I was like, okay, accountability is key. And that's what I'm going to need to get to the next level of my life. But another piece that the Lord has really been hammering in lately, I'd say probably over the last few months for me, is a reason I tend to stay in cycles. The reason I tend to stay in one spot where I'm like, I've been struggling with this for a minute. Like if it's with me not gaining the weight that I want to gain, or if it's with me not posting the YouTube videos I need to post, or if it's with me struggling with the same sin over and over again, it's like I tend to stay in these cycles and I wonder, why am I still here? Because I know at my core, at my heart, I don't want to be here. There's things that I'm struggling with that I don't want to be struggling with. I shouldn't still be struggling with sexual sin so heavily. I shouldn't still be struggling with lust so heavily. I've been saved since October 8th of 2021. So what are we in now? 2025? Like I'm coming up on 4 years of being a Christian in a few months. And it's like I'm still struggling with similar issues I struggled with before I got saved. Granted, my life situation has drastically changed since then. And it's not as simple now as it was before I got saved for me to be abstinent and for me to, stay away from having sex and all those things. It's not as easy as it was, but it's not like it's impossible. And I know it's not impossible because I know there's men that are doing it in my scenario, right? For those who may not have seen my older videos, I have 2 kids. I'm 24 with 2 kids, and I'm trying to figure things out. I'm trying to figure out how, to move forward in the Lord, but at the same time, still trying to figure out how to juggle these issues in this, having 2 kids with somebody that I'm not married to and that I know I'm not supposed to be with, That's a very interesting place to be in. And so, I'm trying to figure out, how do I do this without continuing to fall into sin with her, right? And this is where the Lord has really been trying to hammer this in. And he's given me tidbits of this before in the past. I've heard it before from other people. I've heard people talk about it and all those things. My dad has even talked about it, even when I was younger, before I had the kids and everything. But now he started to most recently, like I said, the last few months, he's really been hammering this in with accountability, accountability and confessing the sin, right? Those have been the 2 issues that I struggle with. And he's showing me it's a level of pride that I have that's keeping me from walking in the light that I need to be walking in, right? Because it's hard to follow God and follow the path he wants to bring you down if you're not willing to bring your whole life down that path, right? You're not willing to submit everything you have to him. It's very hard for you to bring all of that with you, because how can you? It's almost like living a double life where it's okay, I have this sin going on. I don't really want anybody to know about it, but at the same time, I want to follow God and I want everybody to know that I'm following the Lord. How can you do it? You can't, they don't mix. And so the Lord has really been having me under this, how do I want to put it? I guess he's just really been showing me, and I've just been understanding more and more that I need to confess these things and bring them to him, submit them to him, and let people know, right? And it's not that he's saying that I need to let everybody know that. I got to tell everybody, oh, this is what I've been doing. No, but it's if nobody knows, right? Because it's gotten worse as time has went on, right? In the very beginning, I was fighting this fight head on, much harder. I was telling people what was going on, and I had way more wins in the beginning. But over time, I feel like I started to get weighed down by trying to do this for so long and just started to get discouraged with a lot of different things in life because I'm starting to feel well, my life isn't going the way that I wanted it to go, the way that I was expecting it to go. Things don't look the way I thought they were going to look. There's been so many ups and downs, and it's you start to get discouraged and just bruh, forget it. Maybe this is just how I'm supposed to live my life. I've had that thought before, I've had the thought of just maybe sin is just how I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm just supposed to, not sin is how I'm supposed to be. Let me figure out how to word that. Maybe the life of sin is just for me. I felt that way before where I'm just I can't get over this. I can't beat this. This has me in a chokehold, even though the Lord has made it very clear to me what my future will look like if I allow sin to win in this scenario or in this part of my life, right? If I allow that to win, he's made it very clear to me. He's given me examples of other men, and I've seen their lives, and we've had conversations, and I've been able to see that they have walked down the same path that I'm on, and they took the road that I don't want to take. They took the road of, well, fine, I'll just do it this way. Because it's the road of least resistance. It has the least friction, the least problems, the least drama in the beginning. But in the long run, that's when you start getting all the problems. While the way the Lord wants me to go is, it's going to be a lot of issues and drama and frustration and angry people in the beginning. But as things go on, you move into having peace, right? You move into being in a level of what's the word? A level of freedom that you've never walked in, right? And it's interesting because the road that looks the most freeing from the onset will always lead to you being in chains. While the road that looks like I have to come under so much discipline, I have to live a life almost in a way that I don't even want to. I'm having to live a life almost like I'm living a life for someone else, right? Like that's what this life is. That's what we're called to do. Like if you're being a Christian, you're living your life for Christ. You're not living it for you anymore. So you die and you are a new creation in Christ and you live it out the way the Lord wants you to live it out. But that's what it feels like. And so it's very uncomfortable because who wants to live a life for somebody else? Nobody wants to do that. But what we have to remember is that when you're living a life for Christ, you're living that life in the way that you were intended to. The reason it feels like it's for someone else or feels like you're doing something that you don't want to do that's just to please someone else, it feels like that up front. Yes, it can. It truly can. And the reason it feels that way is because we've been blinded our whole lives to believe that we've been like, what's the word? Not programmed. That's not even the word I'm looking for, but I'll go with programmed. We've been programmed our whole lives to believe that sin is good, that sin is what we want, that sin is the lifestyle that we should be striving for. And so when we try and change our mentality about it, it's hard, it's difficult. We feel like we're doing something that we don't want to do because in the moment we don't want to. But the thing is that at the end of what you don't want to do is exactly what you've always wanted. And that's what we have to remember. And that's what I'm trying my best to keep in my head, right? But a good way for me to do that is the accountability piece, right? And so that's why I talked about with me, gaining weight, with me being true to this YouTube channel that I know that the Lord has called me to make. So those are the first two pieces, right? But the third piece that I said he's been, talking to me about is my confession, me being honest. And a part of this channel, it's called Jesus Uncensored for a reason. And I believe the more I invest in this channel, the more time I put into it, the more effort I put into it, the Lord is going to begin to reveal to me more and more why it's called Jesus Uncensored, right? I prayed when I first was thinking about making this YouTube channel and the Lord put on my heart and he was like, this is what I want you to do. And I was like, God, I don't really want to make a YouTube channel for you. I'm just being so for real. If I made a YouTube channel, I want it to be what I want to do and not for you. Crap, what the heck? That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, when I first made this YouTube channel, I didn't want to do it for the Lord because I was like, God, if I do it for you, then it's just going to be a lot of work. Like I'm not going to be able to speak the way I want to speak. I'm not going to be able to say things the way I want to say it because I got to conform things to the way you want them done. Like that's exactly what I was telling the Lord. And I was like, God, I don't want to do that. But he called me to do it. And as you see, I've been struggling so long with really buckling down and doing it because I haven't wanted to. But that's not the end all be all, right? Just because I don't want to, that means nothing. And so the confession he's been calling me to that I've kind of already alluded to is, of course, me being honest about me being in sexual sin for, I'm trying to think how long, it's definitely been like on and off, but it's at the end of the day, it's still what it is. And it's probably been for like the last, gotta be 2 years. And I can't say 3 because the kids will be 3 here soon. So when she was pregnant, we weren't really doing nothing until like near the end of her pregnancy. That's when we started to have sex again. I'm not trying to get like too into the weeds with it, but yeah, and basically from the end of her pregnancy, it stopped for a little bit and it would start back and stop and start back. And so it's been like on and off for probably about like 2 years, legit, like 2 years. Because I've struggled with the honesty part in all of this because there's been so much that's been happening between us and there's all the other craziness. Just there's been a lot of drama, that I haven't wanted to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's like the truth is the truth, Yeah, it is what it is. And I gotta tell it for what it is. I can't be afraid to tell it like it is. Like, this is what the Lord has called me to do. It's called Jesus Uncensored for a reason. So I'm gonna be honest about it. Like, that's been the issue. And so the Lord has made it clear to me that I have to be willing to confess this, let other people hear the confession, tell other people. And as a result, be able to experience healing because of it, right? So yeah, that's my issue. That's been my struggle. That's the accountability piece that I've also wanted to implement, is that, okay, now that I've confessed this, right? Now that I've told people, hey, my confession is I've been struggling with sexual sin for years, even before I had kids, for years. That's obviously how I had kids, but yeah, like it didn't just go away once I had kids, right? So I've been having to fight through this, and it's been very, very difficult for me. So yeah, that's the first piece. But the second piece of that is, I know that the Lord is showing me, like, okay, once you have that once you are able to confess it, then you can go into the accountability piece, right? Because now that other people are in on what you got going on, they're able to help you through it, right? They're able to guide you through it, able to say, hey, look, Emmanuel, this is probably what you need to do. You probably don't need to do that. You probably don't need to go here with her. You probably don't need to help her with that, which is, of course, what's been happening. And my mom's been talking to me about little things here and there. She's been able to give me some information and some advice about stuff. But my mom doesn't know everything. Like, just straight up, she just doesn't know everything. And I mean, that's, in any situation, who really knows everything? But yeah, man, it's been difficult. This has been a difficult road. He's calling me to a higher level of responsibility, but for me to get there, it requires accountability. But for me to get the accountability, it requires humility, right? And this requires a lot of humility of me, because I don't want to post this video. I recorded a video similar to this months ago, last year to be exact. And I believe it was around November or December of last year, 2024, and I did not want to post it. I started editing it, and I got so close to the end of editing it, and I never posted it. And it was just because I didn't want to post it. There's a lot to being this open, and the page is called Jesus Uncensored, and I'm still trying to figure out how uncensored I want to be with things. I pray for wisdom and when I speak, and that he can give me the things to say, because I don't want to tell too much and it just be like I'm oversharing, right? Because a lot of my things I have going on, they involve other people, so it's not as simple as just me telling something. It's like, okay, well, there's other people involved in what I'm saying, so I have to be smart about what I'm saying, and sometimes I feel like I say too much. So yeah, but at the same time, I know the Lord has been calling me to confess this, to tell the truth about it, and that's what I want to do. If that's what the Lord is calling me to do, that's what I want to do. I don't want to run from it anymore. I don't want to hide from it. I don't want to pretend like it's not important. This is a big deal. I want to live for the Lord. That's what I say I want to do. So I have to put in the work to make it happen. Yes, I know I'm saved by the Lord's grace, and I appreciate that, but I don't want to be a freeloader in heaven. I don't want to be a freeloader thinking I'm going to heaven. I don't want to be a freeloader at all. If the Lord is giving me that, and he's graced me with that, then I want to totally, and I mean totally, give him the respect that's due and the thanks that's due. And this is how I know to give it. I know I can never repay what he did on that cross, but if I just sat here and did nothing, does it really look like I care? No, it doesn't. So, if I gotta look crazy or look silly or be somewhat humiliated about having to tell other people or tell random people, because this is going on YouTube. I don't know who's going to see it. And I got to tell a whole bunch of people I don't know that I'm in sexual sin and that I'm struggling. And I've struggled for years with this ever since I was 12. I've been struggling with this. 11. Yeah, I was 11 in 6th grade, so 11. I've been struggling with this. Then I'll do it. If that's what I got to do to let the Lord know that I'm grateful for what he's given me, then I'm going to do it. It's not easy, but I know it's the right thing. As a I believe I don't know if he's got a YouTube channel, but I know he has an Instagram. I think he does have a YouTube channel, but I think his Instagram is like Higher Up Wellness or something. But he says it's not easy, but it is simple. And that's what this is. It's not easy, but it is simple. And that's just the fact of the matter. It's not easy, but it's simple. And that's all I need. I just need to be simple. Doing things that are easy have never gotten me anything worth having. I'll tell you that right now. Everything that I've done that was easy, it always backfired. It never gave me what I thought it was going to give me, or it just gave me a temporary level of enjoyment that I always regretted afterwards. Easy things aren't worth it, and hard things aren't easy. So, yeah, man. This is really just me trying to just be honest about it, Just trying to tell it like it is. It's getting kind of late, and I got to go home and finish getting ready for tomorrow for work. But I just want to be honest about this, about what's going on in my life. Yeah, it's not easy out here. I'm trying to serve the Lord the best way I know how, but it's not easy. But anyways, yeah, those are the three main things that I really want to talk about. I know that accountability is very important. Your confession is very important. And then you having that accountability is very important, because those are the three things that are going to push you towards being successful. A lot of people struggle with motivation. A lot of people struggle with being able to get up and do what they have to do. And I'm one of those people. I don't always feel motivated to do what I have to do. But when other people are relying on me, or other people know what my goals are, or are going to hold me accountable, or they're going to be like, I thought you said you were going to do this. That's some motivation right there. I don't know why, maybe it's maybe it's an issue with the way I see myself, or maybe I don't respect myself, or maybe I don't love myself enough, or who knows? I'm not here to really try and diagnose that. I know the Lord's going to help me through it. And, when it's time for me to acknowledge whatever that issue is, he's going to make it clear to me. But right now, I know that the main issue is that I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. The why isn't 100% important, but I mean, it's just really not. Like, it's not. The why isn't what's keeping me from doing it. I can discuss the why all day, but the fact of the matter is that I'm not doing it. So, who cares? Who really cares? So, yeah. That's really what it is. I just wanted to be honest, tell it like it is, confess the truth, and let that be known. So that's pretty much it. If you have any confessions that you need to tell anyone, that you need to get out, that you need to let out, let them out in the comments. If you got any questions, let them out in the comments. I'm going to do my best to get back to it and to answer you back. I'm saying that like I got a lot of followers or something. I don't at all, but I do have a lot of stuff going on in my life. But don't we all, right? So yeah, I'm gonna get back to your comments. I'm do what I can to answer whatever y'all have to ask, or whatever things you say. I'm gonna see if I can get back to it, or have any level of feedback that might be able to be useful or help at all. This is a long video. I know there was no scripture in it at all. It's more so for me, to be honest. Like, this is more so a thing that I know the Lord has called me to do. So it's not really about me, trying to give scripture, or trying to let you know the scriptural references for this or for that. This is just what I know the Lord has been calling me to do. And so I've been putting it off for so long. I don't want to sit here and try and make the video perfect and not do what he's calling me to do. I have a tendency to try and like, oh, well, let me do this, let me do that. And then I'm trying to put so much stuff into it that it just doesn't get done. And so I was here right now, and I was like, let me get the video recorded. And I got my camera with me. I brought it with me on purpose when I went to my little, when I went to the doctor right quick. So, yeah, I wanted to get this recorded. So anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, comment down below if you have anything that you need to confess, anything that you need to get off your chest or let anybody know. That's the first step. That's what lets the Lord know that you're serious, right? That's what shows God, hey, look, this person is serious. They're serious enough to be humiliated and to even let down other people in the pursuit of chasing after holiness, right? Because that's just the fact of the matter. We got to figure out, in this life, we got to figure out who we're willing to let down. Are you willing to let God down? Are you willing to let yourself down? Are you willing to let your family down, your spouse down, your girlfriend down, your friends down? Who are you willing to let down to pursue the things that you know you need to do? Because somebody's going to be disappointed. Not everybody's going to agree with what you do. So that's what this is about, you know. I might let people down. Maybe somebody might see this and might be disappointed. I don't know. More than anything, I've let myself down with my conduct, with the way I've been acting, with the way I've been living. I've let myself down. I've lowered my standards. And I don't appreciate who I am now. I don't appreciate the man that I've become because I'm not the man that I know God has made me to be. And I want to become that man. And a part of that is me telling the truth like it is. Me telling it exactly like it is, whether I like the way it looks, whether I like the way it sounds or not. So I'm trying to have integrity about this. I'm trying to tell it like it is. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Appreciate you for watching. Hopefully you tune in to the next video. Read it.
I had to walk back to you in shame. You came out and ran to me. Know the devil so mad. Praise my God, something he can't stand to see.